gonna try to keep this real raw. Just not many edits. I'm normally editing like that, but I ain't trying to do that right now. For the past 4 years, I've been in a relationship. There's been like a couple month gaps in between the first 2 years and the second 2 years, but the first two, I learned a lot about romance, about partners, about boundaries. A lot of stuff changed in that first relationship. Ended up not working, obviously, and then a couple months, college, and then the second relationship, which that ended recently as well. But in the second one, it was, for lack of a better term, like the opposite personality. One was supercharged with emotion, and the other one didn't really show too much, for the most part. Um, that's nuanced though. It's very nuanced. So we're not gonna get too much into that. Point is, I'm gonna keep it on me. Point is, I like to be a helper. I like to pull things out or invest or to help. I don't know. I like to build in a way with someone because I'm. If you like imagine like a roster, like on like a video game, right? You're trying to make your roster the strongest that you possibly can. So if you need to go get at a +10 boost on something and you can help them do that, and you gonna go help them do that. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of guy I am. But sometimes I'll lose myself in that, and it'll become less of a assist and more of a like not a job, but I'll fall too deep into somebody else's stuff or just them. Period. So with both of those relationships, I definitely fell in too hard, too fast. If that makes sense. Emotionally, even in the second one, I told myself I'm not gonna go that fast. I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna take some time, get to know him, and I did do that. Still ended up doing the same thing. I don't know how I fell for that same trap, but I still end up investing too much of myself. It's kind of like I shaved off pieces of me and then handed it. And now that it didn't work out, I'm having to rebuild those pieces, damn near on my own, if that makes sense. And that's it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Um, you can lose yourself in people like that, and I think I always knew that, but living it, you can really lose yourself in somebody else. Like, especially now that we're not together, and I'm kind of doing my own thing in a way, and vice versa. Um, you have to kind of you have to really sever those ties. I don't. I mean, right now we're doing like a platonic thingy, like we're trying to be friends and whatnot. But I don't. I don't know if I'm rocking with it because the reason that we broke was amicable. It was a decision on both parties to where this probably isn't gonna go in the right direction. So it was more logical for sure to just go ahead and end it. Okay. Um, and logically, I know there's a lot of things like. See, I hope they don't see this video, but I'm like I said, we done already talked about a lot of this stuff, so it ain't like it's new. Ain't nothing new under the sun. But at the same time, there's not much more to really say that I feel like I'm gonna get closure for, or that I feel like will change. So at this point, like I said, I ain't gonna say too much to where information is being spilled. But at the same time, you know, um, when you're this is just from what I experienced. When you're going through a breakup with someone like this, and it was 2 years, obviously. I think I already said that. But even just 2 years, a lot of the ways you feel slash felt might have been obscured, or they might be obscured when you're going through such an emotional pull, if that makes sense. In the coming week of our break up, not break, just break. Um, it sounds weird to say out loud. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's just how I felt, 100%. The I love the person, but the like for this person went down. It was stopped talking as much. It was busy, 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 or I was doing something over here. So the connection of I like you person to person, like I want to be around you, it started to go away. And at one point, I think I stopped caring about trying to connect because I felt like for a lot of our connectivity, I was the one kind of throwing lines, like trying to do this, trying to do that. It was a lot of it was a lot on me, and that make if that makes sense. And that's not throwing shots. It's just kind of what it is, I guess. Um, So at the end, I was just like, I mean, we could try it, but I'm tired of being the maid that's throwing the lines. So I definitely think I played a part. But I say that to say, now that we're split, it felt like I went into like a hound dog mode, to where it was like anybody that I see around or near this person is automatically competition. But in my mind, I'm like, wow, why am I thinking like that when we're already done? But then it dawned on me, is it felt like every good thought, every good memory started to swarm in. That's all I could think about. Until recently, and we just chilling, and I'm like, why are little things annoying me? Like, why is the way you just said this, did this? Why are all these things making me annoyed? And then I realized after the fact, i.e., right now, like 10 minutes ago, I'm like, oh, this is what I was feeling before everything went down. It's all flooding back now that time is pushing, and I think I even admitted this, when you move on from somebody, or when you kind of let yourself heal, you kind of close a book. You kind of close a chapter on a part of you, and it's really easy once you let it happen. I didn't want to do that kind of until now, if I'm being honest, because it's like losing a best friend. It's like it ain't just that little bit of time that I spent getting to know this person. It wasn't just a partnership. It wasn't just a desire to get to romance this person. Ended up meeting at a very we ended up meeting when I was still in my last relationship. So I wasn't even thinking about it romantically. I'm just like, I see you over here. I want to make sure you straight. Ended up chopping it up from that, and then from that day, from me seeing you, I just wanted to make sure that she was good. Like that was my only prerogative. Ended up talking after that, and then we started building a friendship and then relationship, and then you know what I'm saying. But still, there was an incline. It wasn't just romance. It was I like this person. I like what you talk about. I like how you talk. I like how you move. And I think as time goes on, we change for sure. Different hairstyles, different talking patterns, different interests, all that for sure. That's natural. But at the core, I definitely think some parts of me started to definitely pull back. After having to push and pull so much with just the ways of communication and blah blah blah. We ain't finna get into all of it, but yeah, going through a breakup, it just really shows how much emotions can run wild if you don't put them in check. Because now I feel like being alone is the same thing as losing time. Or if I'm not constantly elevating myself, if I'm not constantly just in motion, then I'm messing up or I'm not doing the right thing. There is no safety, if that makes sense. I feel like there's no safety right now. Because my safe space was with that best friend. Spent so much time just watching TV, playing games, doing stuff, and like I said, once you lose that person, it ain't just a relationship; it's the best friend you losing too. So trying to detach from both of those and still be your friend, I don't know how to do that. I don't. If y'all seen the Arrow, I don't know how Oliver and Laura was still cool after everything that went down. Like you know, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the Arrow. I don't have a night shift to where I can go beat niggas up and then come back to the drama. Like this is just life. Like I don't have an escape like that. If that makes sense. So I don't know. I don't think it's like a hatred for said person. It's just I don't know how to like this person or get over the fact that there were so many problems and they're back now. I'm seeing them again, and then I still feel this burning desire for you. It feels like my body is pulling me towards you, but my heart and my mind is like starting to remember everything that I felt. And it's like you just getting so many mixed signals in your body, and it's like, what do you do with that? There really is no easiest or obvious answer. Easiest. There is no easy or obvious. Oh my god, answer. I really wish it was. Especially for someone like me, who has all the time in the world. I'm an only child, so most of my time is spent pretty much alone for the most part. Um, which is cool whenever I'm not hurting. You know what I'm saying? But going through pain like that, especially when you feel like you're the only one, that just feels like hell. For sure. It feels like hell. So trying to go through something like that essentially on your own, and then still trying to I'll be honest, act like everything is cool. Like I'm just cool with you. Like we didn't just spend the last 2 years building something. That was like I don't know how to fake that. I don't think I want to fake. Like I'm just over that. If that makes sense. It's becoming easier as I'm reminded of all the things that made it hard to stay funneled in the first place. But I don't want to lose a friendship um, as I remember those things. But I also don't want to not be around you. But I also don't want to be around you because I'm starting to get frustrated with. So it's like you see how that can mess with your head. It's like it's a bunch of you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I noticed why they had a no contact thingy. Um, I know that works for some people. It might work. That might be the move. But I know by the time that that finishes, that like what will be the point of re talking again if we already kind of detached? Like I can see some people. Maybe if you want to come back, if y'all want to both be very intentional about rebuilding the friendship after something like that, how do you rebuild after something like that? Why would you want to after having history with somebody and it just didn't work out? Why would you want to rebuild something like that amicably or platonically? Why? I don't know, and that's just me asking. That's not trying to be sarcastic or nothing. Like, I'm just genuinely inquisitive right now because this is my first time going through, I think, a heartbreak like this, to where I'm trying to discover how to get through it, how to move through these feelings. Because I don't want to be in pain, but at the same time, one of the only people that I want to talk to is someone that is a co-parent to some of the worst pain I think I felt. So it's a weird it's a weird circumstance to say the least. I definitely think falling into, I won't say the wrong person, like it couldn't have worked, but because I know the history, falling into the wrong person um, can be dangerous. I'm very communicative. I'm very like on the table. I'm gonna let you know what's up. I'm pretty proactive with making sure if you like twinge the wrong way, I'm already on it. Like I'm like something going on with that. I'm like hyper observant, but I gotta chill out. So I let people just kind of tell me whenever they want something, or I'll back up because I don't want to be doing too much. And they're like, bro, just chill. You tripping? So I'll let folks just talk to me, but most times that don't happen. Like issues just go under the rug, and then people just bottle up more problems. And I'm like, well, if I don't say something, then it's gonna be a problem. If I do say something, it's gonna inevitably be like he always saying like there is no winning when it comes to that. So I don't know. It's just frustrating, bro. It's very frustrating. And like I don't even think it's about them anymore. I think it's more about me and just wanting to move on to the next stage of my life, but then still grieving this old one. And I feel like if I close the chapter, I'm not gonna be able to grieve it fully. But I don't even know what grief looks like because I can't pour into any one but me. But the way I want to pour into me is by getting out. It's like by escaping, and I can't do that just yet. So it's like, what do you really do with all this energy? What do you do with all this love that you had for somebody? You just had a whole bunch. You had plans. You had everything. What do you do with that when they're, when you have no outlet? If that makes sense. It's a very weird situation to be in. I don't think I ever want to do this again. Um, I know I want a partner again one day for sure, but this this kind of feeling is trash. I don't think I ever want to feel this again. Um, yeah, no, I don't ever want to. The clarity is probably what's killing me right now. When I'm dating in general, I'm pretty, like I said, I'm pretty clear. So I'm letting you know I want to be able to talk, even if we both busy. Bam here, bam here, bam here. Just as a friend, if I'm talking to you and you're on your phone, I'm assuming you don't want to talk. Like, why are we chatting and you busting one of these, texting other niggas 24/7 throughout the conversation? And that goes to anybody. That's male, female, parent. Like, it doesn't matter. If someone's on their phone mid convo, at that point, I'm just gonna say I'm a dip because you're wasting my time. I'm just gonna be 100. You're wasting my time. Stuff like that. Like normally I would say something, but I'm like, do I even need to? Like, should I? Is it weird? Like, it's so complicated, and it sucks that one of my only slash best friends is the complicated reason. I if it was anybody else, I probably would have just blocked them. It would have been like done already. But I don't want to do that because I really fuck with this person. So it's like, how do you work through something like that, like this? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not gonna edit this video. I might not even post it. If you see it, then I did post it. But I need to get these thoughts out of my head because they're running me crazy. It's just I'm so frustrated at myself for even caring this much about somebody else. Like just in general, partnership, friendship, it doesn't matter. I literally taught myself to keep walls up so this kind of wouldn't happen. I took them down because it's not healthy. You don't want to keep everybody out just for it to not work. And now I don't have my defenses up. Now I'm hurting. I'm the one bleeding after telling myself that I can better something or build something by taking them down. Like feels like I just wasted my time. If that makes sense. Not being with that person. It's just in those lessons that I learned. It's so hard to see the value in them when you're in this right here. I feel like because I got flirted with the other day. Dang, they were trying to go out, and I'm like, I mean that's cool, but like, it's so frustrating because a piece of me is still stuck on X. Like I still want this person, even though I know logically we don't want the same thing. So I know it's gonna end up being a crash and burn. So that ain't gonna fly. So I know I need to move on and vice versa. But like I said, after today, seeing those things that frustrated me, and it's easier to accept the fact that okay, I don't really want this anyway. Like I don't want to get back. like like feeling that, seeing that, and then still wanting them. It's even more conflicting. I'm like, I just gave myself reasons to not trip, and I still feel like, why do I miss you? Why do I still care about what you eat tomorrow? I don't. I shouldn't care essentially, but I still do. So I don't know, bro. Um, I don't know what to do with that energy or how to get rid of it. I've been trying to get hobbies. I've been on that. I've been getting more into stuff. Normally I'm drawing and stuff and I'm painting, but I ain't been wanting to draw and paint for a while now. So got more into acting and stuff like that. That takes the pain away. But where I'm at, it's kind of tough to get into those areas. So we just going slow. Um, I'm sorry if I'm talking a little too fast. I'm sleepy right now, so my brain's on autopilot. Um, Hobbies are helping, but socially, I just wish I had like a whole new set of just people that I could. And that's no slight on anybody that I know. It's just how I feel. It's just what I'm going through right now. I want like a whole new ecosystem of people, and that I know isn't a good idea either way because the people that I know, I pretty much that might sound like weird, but I handpicked in a way. Like I the people that I want to hang around, I pretty much put in intentional time into to where I can build those relationships. The ones I didn't want to, we just don't talk or I don't respond or I make it pretty clear I don't want to continue a friendship. So the fact that I handpicked a lot of the friendships now and then I don't know, it feels like I feel kind of alone. It makes me feel like even more of like why did I put down those walls? This does not feel worth it anymore. And then at the most lonely part of everything, the breakup happens and it's like this ain't it. So luckily there's still things that I like. I still have plans for my future. So I'm not the most distraught, but does it hurt? Yeah. Is it lonely? Absolutely. Do I just wish they can all just be over? I can just snap and I feel better? Yeah. Cause I don't know. I don't think it's about being a bad person. I don't think it's about being a good person. I think things just happen. I did pray for clarity for anything that wasn't for me to be out of my life, and it happened the day afterwards. Bam. So I'm a little torn with God right now because I mean I appreciate him for removing the you know, but now it feels like it's my turn. It feels like I'm drinking poison, and I'm hoping that we both kind of not hurt. I don't want them to hurt. Um, I don't know. I just don't want to feel alone. So maybe I'm drinking poison, hoping that somebody else doesn't feel the effect, but they know somebody hurt, so they start scouting like, "Ooh, who hurt?" So they can be empathetic. I think I just want the empathy that I give out. I want that sensitivity. I want that patience. I want that attention that I give out from another human being. I know people pour into yourself, love yourself. Doing that, it ain't working, bro. It's not working. If it was working, I wouldn't be here talking about this right now. Probably, you know what I'm saying. Um, I think I just want that from another human being. I don't want to have to do that on my own. Been praying, I'm trying to do that. Maybe my faith ain't the strongest right now because I'm torn between being appreciative and then being frustrated with God right now. So I'm a little in the middle. But yeah, I think I just want somebody else to be as empathetic as I am with others to me. That don't mean like on a beckoning call, like, oh, 2 a.m. Oh, I'm feeling bad. It's just I know how I am when I'm listening and I'm giving people room. I think I just want that essentially. That ain't something that everybody get though, and that might start. It might start to sound egotistical, but when you know yourself, and you're able to observe other folks just in your lived experience, you can just objectively say that's not normal. I'm pretty much like an outsider in most of my friend groups. I'm like the one that's just observing and piecing stuff together, and I can pretty much scout out who I want to hang around and yada yada yada. And I've been doing that since I was like real young. It's probably one of the only perks of being on the child, is that you can kind of fit in with any kind of anybody. You can figure it out if you stayed around long enough. Um, so I got pretty good at empathizing. I got pretty good at blending in, putting that mask on, code switching, all of that. You get pretty good at acting, if you will. Um, so once you learn what parts of the act you want to be real, you can train yourself. And it's like, ooh, I like being empathetic. I like having people be open, let down those walls, that people feel safe. I start being that person, and you get really good at it. And people definitely show it. They say it. They come back around, kind of like they take the energy that you put out there. And even though I'm good at it, so that's a reward in and of itself by having people feel open enough. It does drain your energy. So in times like this where you feel like, ooh, I need that this time. And I hardly ever have times where I'm like I'm broken in a way to where I nothing feels the same on some Drake junk. Um, and then to still feel this alone, it it do something to you, you know. So I don't know. Like I said, this ain't no diss on nobody. This ain't me hating or trying to throw shade. None of that. It's just me getting out my thoughts because, like I said, I feel kind of alone. So I'm gonna talk to the camera. You feel what I'm saying? Um, I don't know how some folks do this. I've been going down a Reddit rabbit hole, bro. I done seen some of the wilder stories. 7, 8 years, marriages. They didn't got ghosted. Seeing they partner with somebody else or ex partner with somebody else a couple days after. I'm like, oh my god. Some of these stories are wild. Now, it is a guilty pleasure of mine right now to go look at stories worse than mine. I'm gonna be 100. I'm just gonna be honest. I've been enjoying seeing other suffer as well. You know what I'm saying? Not because they're suffering, but just to know that okay, I'm not the only person on earth to ever go through something like this. That does help. It doesn't help the feeling go away, but it does help me walk. Helps me breathe. It helps me eat. It helps me look around and not have my thoughts consumed about where they are, what they're doing, and the fact that why is it so easy for them to not think about me, care about me. And the more I thought about it, the more I think about it, I've always been, and this is, I hope they'll say, I've always been more of like the outwards affection shower. Uh, Verbally, I'm always the one to say it, to do it first, to just be the, I'm present. I'm obvious and I'm loud and I'm present when it comes to where I'm at. So if I want you around, I'm gonna send you a little cat emoji. I'm gonna send you a little shum shum. I'm gonna make sure that you know that your presence is thought about when I'm here. And I still feel that. Uh, and to feel like I'm the only one that feels that is like it's heavy. it's very heavy, and it makes it hard to just be a friend to you because it feels like, how can I love someone? It makes me mad that I feel like I love someone like that, that can just like that. And even if I know logically it's not what's happening in their mind, the fact that I don't know doesn't help. Like, how you can go to know someone very, very closely for that many years and then feel like you're a ghost, or feel like now you just kind of, and I know the stuff that we do and talk about, so I know it isn't as simple as a demotion, or it's not actively attempting to do something like that, or like to lower value, nothing like that. um I know that's not what it is, but it's more of like just how they show investment. Ain't the same. I'm still, if we talking, I'm eye to eye. I'm giving you access to my energy, to my soul, and I feel like I'm pouring into a cup that's overflowing with my junk, and I'm like, dang, bro, why do I feel so empty? But I keep looking down, and I'm like, oh, I'm pouring too much. But then I forget I love you, so I like pouring into your cup. But dang it, I can't keep pouring because hanging around you, loving you is like poison right now. Loving you is like poison. I love you so much. Do dang near anything other than, you already know, the 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 B word stuff. Not doing it. If you ever see this video, I hope not. Uh, yeah, that junk feels like poison. I never loved someone and it felt like loving them was poison. It feels like I love you so much and I don't know what to do with it, but just the mere thought of you makes my stomach hurt. It makes me frustrated. It makes me so unexplainably caught up and angry at times. Like, it ain't just love. It's so many little swirling emotions, and the thought that this happened, about something that we both kind of already knew, that I wish I would have said something prior and just stuck to it, um, instead of trying to make stuff work, because I'm always gonna try to make something work, especially if I love you, friendship or not. I'm gonna try to make sure that you know that, you know we can make it work. Didn't work, and it's like, if I ever do this again, this as in relationships, uh, I don't want to be. I'm gonna. I guess I could be selfish here. I don't want to be 30, starting a relationship, like a serious one. I don't want to be 40. I don't want to be 28, just now starting to build something. Because now those years, in my mind, I want to be doing like super cool stuff with a partner, or just with life in general. Like I really want to be going and doing my thing. You feel what I'm saying? Traveling here, starting to plan for this spot, buying this. Like, I'm trying to pick this out with you. We trying to get a whip, like co-whip, pick the color in that whole. Like I'm trying to really build with somebody. It ain't just. Um, I don't want to just hook up. And most of the folks now my age range, they don't want kids, and that's really what it was about. I want kids. They don't. Um, I love the thought of having something higher than me, God, help me through this life of mine. It ain't the fact that I need everyone around me to be on that too, but I'm open to something higher than me helping me, guiding me, because I don't have all the answers. My morality is flawed, and I will fail sometimes. I have failed multiple times. Um, I know that we're human, so to believe in something higher and to try to follow that doctrine, especially if I see it's benefiting those around me and it could benefit me too, why not shoot? You feel what I'm saying? If it don't work, cool. If it do work, whoo, hallelujah. I don't know. Just be open. I'm very open minded when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I don't think nobody around my age range, where I'm at, want no freaking kids, bro. I'm about to go to the Middle East. I'm about to go to Asia. What's the most traditional country? Put me on. Put me on, bro. I know they don't be like in Americans no more. We got the whole little thing going on. So I might not really want to, you know what I'm saying? But if anybody like Americans, And that's the worst part about it all, is that this I love this person so much that I don't even want nobody else, even though I know this person ain't for me. I still told like I'm convincing myself that this person is still. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I promise you. You don't ever want to love someone else more than you, not even just love, pour into somebody else more than you pour into yourself. It will drag out the most, I I can't just say dark, but tired part of you, frustrated and just disassociated. Because you can still be tired and passionate. You feel what I'm saying? Tired and 100% emotionally. But this me, it's just I'm like I'm having to force out energy just to maintain, and it's like coming to you coming to you used to fill up my energy so much. Used to make me so proud to just even be in the same room. You feel what I'm saying? That was the kind of admiration that I had, and there's still levels of that, but I feel like now with so much like I said, I ain't gonna go too much into it, but like there's so many nuanced things now, like with the way we communicate, the the I'm not really a big texter while we talk, like all that, like the little things that I was noticing before the breakup. Now that those things are back, I feel like I have maybe one to two people, maybe just one, honestly, that I can really refill my energy from, and I'm chasing not just the person, but I'm chasing that refill of energy from other people. That's what it feels like. It ain't about the relationship no more. That I can forget about in a way. I can kind of let go of that. Um, it's just that safe space, that safe space from someone of my same age range that is choosing to talk to me instead of the next person, that's choosing to hang out with me instead of the next person choosing to eat with me instead. Like that's making that choice, and they're 100% in the conversation, 100% in that level of commitment and connection. I think that that's what I'm chasing, and I'm not gonna find it there. And that's not a fight on that person. They gotta move on to their little life too. But I think for my own sanity, for my own well-being, I can't keep chasing that sense of connection because it's not there. It hasn't been there for a minute. That's that sense of I am safe in this space. My thoughts are not just heard but felt, like those things. Yeah, those haven't been there for a minute. So I don't even know why I feel so like I lost something, if that makes sense. Because for a minute, just been hanging on to see if we can fix it. And that might sound bad if I'm being 100. It might sound bad, but it's kind of what it was in my heart, in my experience. It's just what was just kind of what we were doing, just hanging on until we can fix it. You're busy a lot. Um, it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. It's kind of what it was. So there wasn't much time to really fix or to build something new from it. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know what I'm chasing from you. It's just that's all I know. I guess that's familiarity. And like I said, that might sound bad, but it's just being 100%. I'm getting thoughts out my head, just saying them out loud. I guess to make it more real, so I can accept it. I'm just chasing what I know at the cost of my own sanity, of my own peace, and I don't think I want to do that no more because it hurts a lot. So, um, I don't know where that leaves me. Um, I'm down one friend, one partner. Been down that for I guess a minute, but still, I've been hanging on to the thought that maybe, just maybe, might work, might be able to talk it out, and that's not like might date again because I want the same thing. I'm not gonna try to force you. I'm not gonna beg for your love and vice versa. You shouldn't change what you want for somebody else. That's just flat out. But still, just buddy to buddy, friend to friend, person to person. When we first met, that version of us is so gone, and that might sound negative, but they're so gone. That version of me that just stared at you and could do that for hours and just admire every little speck in detail. It's so clouded by so much other stuff now. I don't know how to do that. So I don't know. I definitely think if I want to continue to build new friendships to even desire a relationship again, it's gonna have to be through. I don't even know, bro. Like I don't even know what that would look like. I don't even know if I want to. Like at least in my age range, because right now I don't. But like, does it get better? Because when we get older, all they gonna want then is money. Can you provide this? And even if I can, what if we don't want the same stuff and I'm 25 and I'm 30 now? My time is cut. I'm 40-year-old and I'm just getting started. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm telling you, I'm going straight to Middle East, Asia, if they like Black Americans. I'm just talking. It just hurt, bro. It just hurt. I'm looking for any escape to stop feeling the pain. That's all it is. Trying to do it without using any, you know what. There's like the three you know what's. It's the you know what I'm saying, or the. I'm not doing the last motion, but y'all know what it is. The lust. I'm not. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm trying to just do it. Just grieve it all without using any kind of coping mechanism. Trash. Trash. It feels like trash to just feel it head on. You feel what I'm saying? So maybe once I just start living more, once I start getting more buddies, whenever that day might happen, maybe some cool person might be like, "Hey, I think you're attractive, sir. I want to see what you want." Maybe I'll be open to it. But whatever I'm chasing, that sense of safety, I know I can't get it from you. So I gotta figure out how to do that for myself. I don't know, bro. I don't know how to do that. But I just know that loving you feels like poison. It is draining me, and I don't think I want to do it anymore. Like that might sound crazy, but I don't think I want to keep loving you. At least in this way. Maybe I can change how I do it, but I can't keep loving you the way I'm loving you right now. That's gonna make me go crazy. I'm already going crazy. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. And I don't think doing nothing drastic like throwing away all your pictures and deleting. Nah, it's just setting a boundary. And if you're trying to maintain a friendship, which is what we're trying to do right now, good luck. Because this like it's hard, especially when you are the empathetic or the empath ish out of the both of y'all. So you feeling more, you display it more. Good luck, buddy, or gal. Good luck, cause it feels like hell. I'm sure there's worse feelings out there. So anybody who has had their arm cut off and they're bleeding and they maybe lost some, okay, we know there's worse. It's still real, all right. So don't even start that junk. It's just it sucks, and I'm tired of feeling it. I'm tired of hurting over somebody that I'm frustrated with, mad at. Still love you though. Just why do I why do I love you so much when I know there's problems? There's obvious problems. Why do I still love you so much? I don't know. Anyway, ran over. It shouldn't even have been this long. I might not post this. Um, but like I said, if you see this, then I did post it. So, um, I'm not gonna watch this back. I don't even expect this to blow up. I'm just gonna put it on the channel just to get my thoughts out, just there in the world. Um, if you guys enjoyed me talking about life, my life, the suckiest part right now, cool. If you didn't, then I still love you, man. I'm gonna catch y'all. I'm gonna put out some actual videos, and I might take a nap. I'm tired of this freak. Some actual cool videos soon. So just hold up. Love y'all. I'm out.